Hey, what's good, y'all? So today I wanted to go ahead and do something a little bit different. Been watching a couple of different things. Agatha is one, and I might do some videos on that if y'all really like this. But I wanted to catch up on My Hero Academia, and what really kind of fueled this was seeing that Overwatch was going to be collabing with My Hero Academia and releasing some skins, and I was like, yo, I'm on season 5. At least I didn't remember what season I was on, but ended up being on season 5, so I went ahead and wrapped up season 5, and honestly I wasn't too motivated to continue because listen, my memory is not very good and I am an anime casual, so just fair warning if you want to get me right in the comments, but just fair warning, like, you know, don't have high expectations on or deep thoughts on My Hero Academia as we go through this. So just imagine I was in a coma and the first thing I did when I woke up was like, yo, what the fuck happened in My Hero? So we're beginning with season 6, episode 2. Not 1. Y'all might crucify me. I didn't watch episode 1. Didn't seem interesting. But if I had to double back, yo, just let me know. Maybe I'm missing, like, you know, absolute heat. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, this season right here has been absolutely fire, yo. So episode 2 is titled Miracle, the number 5 hero. Now, once again, as someone who hasn't watched My Hero in a very long time, I get kind of confused on what rank everyone is. I know Endeavor took over number 1, but like 1 through 100, I do not know. And honestly, I don't remember much about Miracle. Now, this might be once again a lapse of memory, but yo, for me personally, as an introduction or at least a reacquaintance to the character, this one has made me an absolute fan of Miracle. Now, before we continue on, there's going to be obvious spoilers. So if you're not looking to be spoiled, I don't know where you are in My Hero Academia. Trust me, I'm not looking to be spoiled, but I'm just going to go ahead and give my impressions and thoughts on each episode. So obvious spoilers. I don't remember if this is exactly how the episode kicks off, but this is how it kicks off for me. So Miracle's in this hallway with all these, is it Nemos? Finding Nemos? Either way, as soon as she just pops on the screen, you can tell by her physique, yo, she is an absolute scrapper. This girl is absolutely built, and she shows her freaking aggression, her freaking ability to fight, her ability to really throw those legs, man. Freaking those legs look like weapons that you want to be smashed by, and she uses those things effectively. She's really brutal, really beautiful, man, and like I said, she absolutely demonstrates this mad aggression that I absolutely love from heroes, man. Of course, it's Bakuga. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, of course there's him, but at the same time, you don't really see a whole lot of aggressive heroes. There are quite a few, but like for me, it was like just overall, like, you know, freaking determination to go ahead and just go in there and get the mission done. So like scene 1, I'm kind of invested in this character because like I said, she is absolutely throwing, I would say hands, but it's most of them legs, man, that she's throwing, and I'm kind of like really liking this character. This is the first time I'm really like kind of getting hooked back into My Hero. Like I said, I did do a little bit of season 5 to go ahead and wrap that up, kind of catch up, remember what exactly I watched, and it's a very important part, and it's a very important season to get to this season. And it wasn't necessarily bad, just it didn't really hook me like this did. This feels like we're actually getting into, like, you know, the end game. I don't watch the manga, I don't read the manga, so I'm not exactly sure how exactly things turn out, of course, but at the same time, man, I was just really into seeing these heroes and villains actually get into it, man. It feels like there's a lot at stake, and you can kind of see it too, because yo, my bunny girl, man, she getting tore the fuck up. She is getting ravaged, and she is fighting through all of it too. And that's what really scared me, had me invested, because I was like, yo, who is this chick? Please don't die already. I kind of want to see more of you, yo. But at the same time, she's just fighting these Nemus, and they're trying to get to, what's his name? Shimagami? Something like that. Anyway, they're trying to go ahead and get to him, and it's like, just based off of how season 5 ended, it's like, yo, it's not looking good for you, because you're already getting tore up by these advanced Nemu, and now you gotta go ahead and, like, you know, potentially fight him too. I don't think you got it in you, girl, because you're already fucked up, yo. So yeah, newfound Miracle fan, yo. I'm not gonna say much more, just newfound fucking fan of Miracle. So please don't die. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get into episode 3, man. I'm kind of excited for this one because this one, if episode 2 got me kind of interested, kind of invested, episode 3 has me fucking hooked, dude. And something I was kind of reminded of over the last 2 or 3 episodes is just how gory My Hero Academia can be, or how dark it can be. When I think of My Hero Academia, I usually think of a pretty light-hearted anime, but this season right here, and you could say a little bit season 5, but not so much, I would say. But season 6, man, like I said, it feels like an endgame type situation because it feels like things are getting gruesome, things are getting dangerous. You know, very in this episode, you know, as you can tell, once again, spoilers, if you haven't watched season 6, please don't fuck it up for yourself because it's actually really good, man. I'm a anime casual. I don't know and watch a lot of anime. I've finished a couple, okay, and I need to finish more. But this one right here is for sure worth watching if you want to go ahead and trek through the 6 seasons or whatever many seasons you have left to get up to this point. But this title of this one is called Once Justice, I think. Yeah, this episode is all about my personal, I mean, like I said, Lemuri's not the greatest, one of my favorite on the villain side. He's a very funny character. He brings a lot of like charm, I don't know, just he's funny, dude. He's a very silly character, and him having such a serious episode, it was sad, man. It was really freaking sad. And it kind of really too, like, once again, sets the mood for what season 6 is. Like, shit is getting serious in season 6. And the Twice episode, I'm just gonna call it the Twice episode, man, is really hidden deep with, like, you know, just showcasing the character, man, and just like a lot of his thoughts and feelings and like why he does what he does. And it's hard not to feel for him. Like, yes, he's a villain, you know, and later on in the season 2, you kind of tell the kind of like humanize the villains, but it's kind of hard, dude, because like they're still villains, you know, mass murder, genocide, kind of not cool, bro. Just saying. But nonetheless, yo, they're trying to bring a little bit of soul, humanize the villains, let them know like, hey, listen, even though they are villains, even though they don't like, you know, appropriate to like, you know, the norms of society, they still have love, they still have loss, they still have feelings and deep thoughts and insecurities and all that other stuff too. And you see a lot of that with Twice show. So it's like a Hawk, it's a showdown between Hawk and Twice, really. Later on, it gets interrupted by I don't know his name, Fire Dude, Blue Fire Dude, yeah. Villainous motherfucker. Kind of, I wouldn't say ugly, he's kind of cool looking. But anyway, point being, it's really a showdown between Hawk and Twice, and I kind of remember the opening scene. I think Hawk revealing the fact that he is actually a spy. He's betraying Twice, and it's kind of sends Twice spiraling, and like you can kind of see the devotion that he has. I don't even necessarily think it's towards villainy, more towards like the people who are in this group, yo, to his friends. The loyalty, the fact that they saved him, they helped him, they was there for him, even when he didn't have a use to them. He was still like a part of the family, and he is willing to do anything for that family. And really, he's saying, "Yo, fuck you, Hawk. You know, forget you." And Hawk really does have a certain amount of love for Twice, and he really does see good in him. And I think a lot of us, like, I've always seen like how goofy and like how much of really of a good tender soul he can be, but at the same time, you know, Twice, he's loyal to his homies, he's loyal to his friends, the people who were there for him and like, you know, were a part of the better part of his life and what he's willing to live and die for. You know, this is my first time kind of recording, just like talking into a camera, and it's kind of fun, y'all. I'm kind of getting my groove. So I want to say thank y'all for watching, man. If you like it, go ahead and leave a like, please and thank you. But yeah, you can tell Hawk, even though he's playing tough, yo, he's saying these lines like, yo, I will not let my emotions, like, you know, be the end of me. He's still holding back. He's not outright killing Twice. He's more like, you know, trying to take him in. He's trying to give him a chance to, like, you know, be weak enough to where he's like, yo, I give up. You know, go ahead and take me. But Twice, he's not going to give up, yo. Freaking, he is just like, once again, set off by the betrayal of like Hawk, and once again, just knowing what he's fighting for, which is, you know, his compadres, his friends, man. So he, as much as Hawk is kind of spitting facts or like, you know, trying to bring him into a better light, Twice isn't having it, because he's like, yo, I'm not betraying my people like you betrayed me. I'm not doing it. And the season 2 sometimes tries to tackle the morality of the heroes and villains and the heroes' actions and everything else. Once again, it's like, I see what you're going for, but I don't think it's quite hitting that good, you know what I mean? But with this one, and like, you know, Hawk doing what he has to go ahead and like, you know, take Twice down, which we'll get into that in a little bit, because that scene is, so far, man, like I said, there's like a lot of good scenes I'm sure I'm missing out on, but man, it don't get much better than the last 2 minutes of that episode, man. Ooh, they cooked it up with that one, man. That, oh my God, yo, it was so good. Because it's like, killing Twice was necessary. Like, we cannot ignore the fact that, like, you know, I didn't want to see Twice die. I mean, honestly, it's kind of awesome, because like I didn't expect it and I don't want to see them die, but seeing them die, it's like, oh shit, they're doing some things this season. Like, you know, people are at risk, man. And oh man, if you watch any My Hero, man, like that last 2 minutes, man, that was tragic, man. It was filled with emotion, killer lines, man. Freaking, this is sadness of this man, like, you know, doing everything he can to like his last copy to save his friends, man, to protect the ones he loves, yo. And then like when they cut to like, you know, a man saying like, yo, listen, I can't hold it together anymore, and like, and not, I'm sure not in the freaking maybe sub, but the dub, he's like, yo, it's like shit, I can't hold it in anymore. It was so goofy, and like it also like kind of like maybe not take it too seriously until I'm like, hold on, like he really can't hold it together, he's melting, like what's going on? And then it cut to the scene of him on the balcony, and you can see him like just blood all over the balcony, because he has, you know, fucking, you can see in like one of the previous frames, Hawk behind him, and Hawk finished the job. Hawk did what he had to do, but not before Twice made one more copy to kill to save his friends. And plus, like, there's a part of Twice's story that I think like a lot of us can relate to, you know, beyond like, you know, freaking finding people you're willing to fight and die for, man, people you're willing to go ahead and put up with BS for, man. It's the fact that he didn't even care much for, once again, I think villainy. He didn't care much for, at that point, even himself, yo. He just wanted to put on for his friends. He just didn't want to be a disappointment, man. And I think like a lot of us can like really relate to like that, whether it's parents, relationships, friendships, whatever else, man. It's like he was willing to go ahead and sacrifice everything for the people who brought him happiness. And in that way, hero or villain, we can all relate to that one. Well, unless you're like, you know, you're a narcissist, or, you know, you don't give a fuck about anybody. But like, you know, if you do, you can kind of relate to it.
Thank you for saving me, friend.
Who could ask for a better life than that? I hope you die, Hawks.